GrimReaper-Deth here, and I know I might be looking a little bit rough compared to the last video I showed my face in, which was a Street Fighter V rant video, which I did take down, I think like a week or two ago, because I figured it was high time, you know, I take the video down. There's no use in keeping it up now. I also had to hurry up and rush home from work and get this video up. The video that was originally supposed to be up today, I didn't edit last night due to watching Sony's press conference, and by the time Sony's conference was over, it was time for me to hit the hay. And even then, I didn't get enough sleep last night because I was so fucking excited about what was announced. Sony really started off their conference. They came out guns fucking ablaze, starting off with God of War 4, and when the next trailer came on, you know, I thought nothing of it really. I had completely forgot that Capcom said that they were going to show off Resident Evil 7 at some point during E3, and this trailer was playing, and I was like, oh hey, this trailer is for probably a new horror game, and I'm probably going to buy it. It wasn't really registering with me that this was going to be Resident Evil, and it didn't really register until I saw the 7 pop up on the screen. And when I saw the 7 pop up on the screen first, then I was like, no fucking way is this going to be what I think it is. And then Resident Evil comes up and I'm like, holy fucking shit. I lost it once fucking Resident Evil popped up. And I actually like what they did with the logo there with the fucking 7 inside of the evil. I actually like that. It's still not better than the giraffe being blown, but I still fucking love it. Now, of course, you're gonna have everyone with their concerns, and a lot of those basing the final product, which we're nowhere near yet, off of a teaser trailer. Of course, me reading, the comments to see what everybody else thinks. You've got a lot of comments talking about how it's an Outlast ripoff, which I guess it's only an Outlast ripoff because it's in first person, but that really doesn't mean shit. And that it's ripping off PT, which I honestly don't see that as a bad thing, because in my opinion, when we had PT in Silent Hills, of course, unfortunately that got canceled, and then we had another game come up, which was, and to many of us, the spiritual successor to PT or Silent Hills, which was Allison Road, and unfortunately recently that got shit canned. So as I've tweeted over the last week or so, us horror fans were really getting the fucking shaft. And I mean, I was kind of aware, and I was kind of skeptic, because Resident Evil 7 rumors were just that about the time. They were fucking rumors. And if they were going to announce anything in E3, I didn't think that it was going to be, what was fucking shown. So I was like, well, at least we have Outlast 2 this year, which I'm still excited for. And that's pretty much the only horror game we have this year, because Resident Evil 7 doesn't come out until next year. So, it's not really, I mean, I don't see it as a bad thing if people who are pretty much using PT ripoff as an insult. I think at this point, if done right, Resident Evil 7 could possibly fill the void that Silent Hills was supposed to fill, and that Allison Road was supposed to fill when Silent Hills got canceled. And now that we don't have Allison Road, what we've seen so far in the teaser of Resident Evil 7, keyword is teaser, guys, it looks promising, and I hope that Resident Evil 7 can fill that void. Now, a lot of people take issue with the whole first person thing. Honestly, I hope it's only first person just to show off the VR, and we'll just have to wait and see once we get more details on it. But a lot of people are skeptical. A lot of people don't like the whole first-person view. But like I said, hopefully that's just for VR. Hopefully that's just to show off the VR. And if it is in first person, it would be kind of interesting. You know, I'm always kind of mixed on first-person horror. And, you know, I love it, you know, as far as like a game like Outlast goes, and, you know, a game like how PT was. But see, the thing is with PT is that it was supposed to be silent. It was, of course, it was a teaser for fucking Silent Hills. But as we all know with fucking Silent Hill and Resident Evil, we're so used to those games being in the third-person view that it would be kind of weird to have either Silent Hill or Resident Evil in fucking first person. And seeing as how, you know, we didn't really get much out of Silent Hills other than the constant shit that was being found in the playable playable teaser. We didn't really find much because, of course, Konami pulled the plug and took their ball to go jerk themselves off to fucking pachinko machines. So we didn't really get much out of Silent Hills, and we didn't really get much info as in terms of if it was going to be in first person or if it was going to be in third person. So we really couldn't determine that off of the teaser, which is why you can't really determine what Resident Evil 7 is going to fucking be like off of the teaser that we have now and the fucking demo that we also fucking have, which is still fucking pretty much a teaser. Which I also have downloaded. I started the download for that this morning, and I bolted right out the fucking door to go to work, and that's all I can fucking think about all fucking day. And I actually plan on live streaming that later. I was thinking about live streaming it before making this video, and I figured, well, no, you need to get your rest. So make the video first, get some rest, work out later, and then fucking live stream. And for those of you who don't see the live stream, because by the time this video fucking goes up, you know, I'll probably be done fucking live streaming, or I will be live streaming, and, you know, by the time most of you see this video, I'll probably be fucking done with the stream, but it will be coming up on my fucking channel. So I hope Capcom doesn't fuck this up, but at the same time, I'm willing to take one for the team here and place my faith in the Capcom that they won't fuck this up, just like I place my faith that they won't fuck up the Resident Evil 2 remake in any way, which I hope we get news on soon. And I believe that if we don't get any news on Resi 2 remake during E3, we're probably going to get something on it probably around Gamescom or Tokyo Game Show, one of those two, and I'm hopeful that we get, you know, something at one of those two events. But I'm putting my faith in Capcom that they will do this right and that they won't fuck this up. And, you know, I mean, aside from, you know, Capcom's past mistakes, a lot of Capcom's past mistakes, over the last I'd say over the last year now, they've been trying. They've been trying to listen to, as more specifically us in the Resident Evil fan base, they've been trying to listen. We've been trying to deliver to us what we really want. I mean, we've gotten a Resident Evil remake remastered. We got Resident Evil 0 remastered, and how those sold alone to tell Capcom, you know, what we want. They just, I think they tried to really bait us with re-releasing RE6 and soon to be Resident Evil 5, and then I think Resident Evil 4 sometime during the summer. I think they're trying to bait us into something as well with that. But with the way the remake remastered sold, with the way that the RE0 remastered sold, that alone should tell you what we want. And now we're getting Resident Evil 2 remake. We're getting Resident Evil 7, which looks like it's going back to its roots, which I am so happy about. You know, as I said, I didn't have a problem. If there's anything you need to know about me, from my perspective as a Resident Evil fan, and not a lot of people are going to like this because my opinion's different. You know, I didn't hate Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. I quite enjoyed those games, though I will say that they weren't very good Resident Evil games, but I still enjoyed them to an extent. That being said, I still wanted, you know, that survival horror feeling back. And I feel as if that we're going to get that back with Resident Evil 7. I'm hopeful that we're going to get that back with Resident Evil 7. You know, a lot of people are going into this with low expectations, and I can understand that because, you know, Resident Evil 6 left a pretty bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So I can see where they're coming from, but you know, even with that, I'm still hopeful. I'm still hyped for the game, and I'm going into it with high hopes. So yeah, that's pretty much in on the Resident Evil end of things. You know, Capcom, just please do this right. Please do this right. To wrap things up, my thoughts on E3 so far. I didn't watch the EA conference, though I did hear about Mafia 3 being announced, which I kind of want. I didn't finish Mafia 2, so I need to finish that, and then I'll probably grab Mafia 3. I sat through the whatever Bethesda's conference was. Nothing interested me there. A lot of people were, I guess, excited for Skyrim Remastered. I wasn't even interested in Skyrim in the previous gen, and I'm still not interested now. Though I will admit that the touched up graphics, and from what was shown so far, they do look pretty nice, but still not enough to get me to buy a Skyrim. Microsoft's conference. Microsoft, I gotta hand it to them, actually did really good this year compared to the last few E3s that I have sat through, where they really didn't do so well. Aside from being constantly beaten over the head with fucking Windows 10, Microsoft had a pretty decent conference. I kind of enjoyed some of the games that they showed, but the only games that really caught my attention, once again there were only two, was Dead Rising 4 and We Happy Few, which I think is only on Xbox One and Windows PC. I think that's only exclusive to those two. And before I move on to Sony, one more thing about Microsoft. You honestly, with the whole Windows 10 thing, you really kill any chance of potential higher sales for your console when your games are not exclusive to that console. Last night, pretty much everything they announced, or why do I keep saying last night when it was yesterday morning, in fact, you kill all potential sales that you might have for your console when everything you announced is also going to be on Windows 10 PCs. So it's pretty much like buy an Xbox One or upgrade my shit and buy those games on PC. Well, I'm gonna, you know, if I want Dead Rising 4 and I want We Happy Few, if that's exclusive to them, I'm gonna upgrade my little machine here, my little fucking laptop, and I'm gonna buy those for that. And I honestly now, I really don't have a reason to buy an Xbox One. Like, you really give me no incentive to buy an Xbox One. You pretty much give me the incentive to upgrade my parts and buy everything on PC. So, I mean, you kind of shot yourself in the foot with that one. You know, some people would disagree, but I say when it comes to your console, you really need to balance that out. I mean, it's good that you would want, you know, cross integration across some of your games, but at the same time, you really need to think hard about how you're doing that and what games you're going to do that with, and what games you want to keep as exclusive to your console only, and not try to force Windows 10 like it was the fucking second coming of the Kinect. Now, I'm gonna hurry up and close out with Sony because I need to get some fucking sleep. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Sony came out guns fucking blazing. Started off with fucking God of War 4, Resident Evil 7, I think, what was the other one? Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, I really need to fucking get some sleep. Crash Bandicoot Remastered. I think it was Crash, Crash 2, and Crash Warped. I think those three, and I'm excited for those. Of course, they also have Skylanders. Crash, I think, coming to Skylanders as well. The Detroit game, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last Guardian, Days Gone, which also did a complete 180 from what I expected it to be. I didn't expect it to be another fucking zombie game. Sony really knocked it out of the park this year. Microsoft did really well. Everybody else did not so much. So anyway, guys, that's it from me. Comment your thoughts. What do you think about Resident Evil 7? What do you think about E3 so far? Mainly, what do you think about Resident Evil 7? The direction that this is going to go in. Even make a video response if you want to. As always, guys, I will see you guys in the next video, whatever the hell that's going to be.